everyone, welcome to a very special interview. Here with me, I have Ada and Leon from the Resident Evil II Remake. Hi, Leon and Ada.
What's up? How you doing?
Hi. So, tell me about your careers. Tell me a little bit more about yourself and your careers.
I could be here for a half hour, but my career started in the Boston area, small films. I got interested in doing action really quickly. Took some experience, came to LA, started doing commercial work, mixed that with my action projects, and then just recently got into motion capture, and here I am. Been
in anything you might be familiar with, aside from, Resident Evil?
Maybe like a Lifetime movie you might have seen. A lot of my stuff is held in the independent circuit, which is not bad, but it just doesn't get the exposure of, say, like a studio picture. I'd say the video games that I'm doing right now have the biggest name.
I don't know, I've been an actor my whole life. I do a little bit of everything. I kind of got involved in the Resident Evil franchise 6 or 7, maybe even 10 years ago, where I sort of discovered this whole world, and then I just really loved it, so it just became a component of my career, and I absolutely love it. So I do a lot of mocap and voice and film and television and a little bit of everything.
How did you become involved in the remake of Resident Evil 2?
I honestly just saw a general casting call on a public website that we use, us actors, and I didn't read it closely enough. I thought it was literally like a fan film or a student film, a short project, so I just submitted it anyways because I love Resident Evil, and when I got the audition notice, I realized it was for the remake, the motion capture for Leon Kennedy, and can I swear? I shit my pants, and then that's, here we are.
So you were familiarized with the series before?
Oh yeah, I've been a fan since 1998, literally.
That's when Resident Evil 2 came out, actually. Yeah.
Correctamundo.
How about yourself? Were you familiarized with the series before jumping on to the project?
No, I wasn't. When I played Ada, I did the motion capture for her in the Biohazard film years ago, and so I'd sort of become a little bit familiar with the franchise then. And then I too saw a casting notice for, and they usually don't tell you what people are casting, but it said it was for Resident Evil and it was for Ada Wong again, and so I was like, I just pitched myself and begged for them to see me, and then I was lucky enough to get the part. But now I'm very familiar with the franchise, and I love the character, and I'm pretty hooked. I hope I get to play her again.
Emphasizing on what you said about the Resident Evil film, was that Resident Evil Damnation?
Yes. Yeah.
There you go. So you had worked with voice actor Matthew Mercer before then?
I believe so, yes, but I didn't do the voice acting on that. I just did her motion capture.
Right, I believe.
I work with the whole team. I didn't get to work kind of like with everybody on the other side, the voice actors, and unfortunately, this time around was different, so it's good.
Adding to what you said with the motion cap suits and all, how was your experience working inside those suits?
I really love it. I love the whole motion capture world. Like the idea that, you're in a very kind of like strange getup and you don't have a world around you. It's just kind of a big square space like this with a bunch of sort of like electric lights everywhere. And you have this very strange suit on with this strange headgear, and you kind of let go of all of that and you live in your own imagination almost while you're doing it. We kind of like lay out what's supposed to be happening, and then it's kind of like you're running around like a 6-year-old, just like in your fort, with monsters. So I love it. I love the freedom of that imaginary world. It's very different. So the suit doesn't bother me. I think it's kind of cool. It gets in the way sometimes, when you're trying to have a really intimate scene, someone's dying or you're kissing or something, then it gets a bit awkward. And sometimes when you're having a very emotional moment with someone and they're wearing this really funny headgear with like dots all over their face, that could be a little bit disconcerting, but you can move past that and get over it. It's actually very fun.
I second that. Everything she said.
So it's much like improv, would you say?
You have to use a lot of creativity and imagination. I would say more so than a standard film, just because usually on a film set, you have things, you're on location, you have the props. This is like complete green screen, kind of. You have to imagine that everything is there, and if you have this little wooden structure and they tell you that's a refrigerator, okay, that's a refrigerator now. You have to imagine everything's there, and that was a little tough for me as a method actor because I like to feel things, I like to see things, and it's a very different process, but you get used to it, and just the fact that I was acting in a Resident Evil game, I didn't have time to worry about it, so I was just excited to be there, that's all.
Was there any, working in this game, was there any memorable moment that can you tell us about, or?
From the shooting?
Yeah, from the shooting.
This is something not a lot of people know. When I was doing the some of the ADR afterwards, so I wasn't in the suit, but we were doing the voiceover, and you know this one. So, anyways, you have to record a lot of sounds and grunts and efforts and this that. And the very last session that we had, I had to do all Leon's deaths, where he dies, whether that's being burned alive, blown up, shot, killed, stabbed, or whatever. And they all have different kind of sounds. And so the very last one that we did, I was getting choked out by probably Mr. X. They didn't tell me what it was, but they said, imagine someone impaled you in the stomach, lifted you up, choked you, and then you died. And they said, just go for it. So I really wanted to make it sound good, so I put a little water in the back of my throat with a bottle, so I had to gurgle with the blood. And I wanted to sound it so real that I choked myself like this, and I lifted myself up, and I was doing the whole... And I was doing it so hard, because I'm a method actor, that I actually cut off the oxygen to my brain, and I actually passed out, and I fell flat back like this. And landed on the ground, and the director thought it was part of my shtick, and he thought that was just me doing my thing until my leg was shaking, and he realized I just passed out. And everybody laughed, and that was probably my favorite moment.
If I had actually been there, that would have been my favorite part of the entire shoot too. I think that
Everyone laughed except you.
I didn't know what happened, but Capcom liked that take so good that it's actually in the game.
Okay. Oh wow. Wow. I guess I'm gonna put that cutscene like right after this part.
I mean, I feel like every single moment was a memorable moment. I mean, you know, Ada doesn't have any dull moments really in her her life in this world, you know. So all of it, just from her, even when she's very chill and she's got like just a really icy attitude.
Do yourself a favor. Stop asking questions and get the hell out of here.
To any time she's, you know, saving Leon's life.
This is getting old. Saving your ass, that's twice.
I love the love story. I love the drama.
I'm not just gonna leave you. Not like this.
You don't understand. The situation's worse than I thought.
You're not getting rid of me that easy.
Like there really is. I found all of it like really fun and really exciting. I would even say that there's even like a favorite moment. They're all equally awesome in my book. I mean, I just had so much fun doing it.
If there was a zombie apocalypse tomorrow, what would be your number one tip you'd give out to fans?
Run.
Save the day.
Leon, everyone. So before we go, can you provide us with the voices of your beloved characters? Leon.
Chew on that, you overgrown son of a bitch.
See you around, Leon.
Oh, that's so sexy. Mine wasn't sexy.
You want to pick a sexy one? Let's see.
No, I'm just kidding.
Can you reply to that? Like, see you around, Ada.
You can't keep walking away from me.
Hey, you can't keep walking away from me.
How's that?
There you go. You know, funny enough, years ago, before I even began this, my website, I had actually done a little small video with the voice of Leon S. Kennedy, Matthew Mercer.
He's great.
Yes, he's very great. And he did a small little skit where he's confessing his love to Ada in Leon's voice, and then in his own, you know, skit, he realizes Ada had just walked away in the middle of his confession, and he calls back to Ada, like, Ada, where are you?
Ada, for all the craziness that's been about all this time, we have a moment between the two of us. I need to go ahead and let you know that no matter what happens, I love you. Ada? Ada? Oh, she's gone again. Ada! Women.
So can you do something like that in Leon's voice?
Ada, you know, it's just been a really long day. I'm a little bit stressed. A lot of people are trying to kill me. But I looked over and you just had that twinkle in your eye. And your hair is so shiny and straight and... Hey, Ada, stop walking away from me! Jesus Christ!
There you go, thank you. All right, thank you so much, you guys, for watching. Remember to check out the website below so you find out how you can win an awesome autographed print signed by Ada and Leon, or Leon and Ada. Thank you so much for tuning in, you guys, and as always, till next time, bye, you guys.